Hello everyone, I'm Agent Wyvern and today we will be reviewing Nimbus for PC. It's an indie puzzle game developed by Numenon Games and released in 2010. At its core it has simple yet satisfying mechanics that make for quite a fun way to spend a few hours. In Nimbus, you are a mechanical ship thing and you have to rescue your significant other who, surprisingly enough, is also a mechanical ship thing. They are captured by some giant robot eyeball for whatever reason, and you have to go and save the day. That's about the extent of the story, so if you're looking for a more rich narrative experience, this probably isn't it. Stylistically, Nimbus looks quite nice as it goes for a clean and colourful art style that may not wow you, but it isn't distracting and fits the overall relaxing tone of the game. Meanwhile, the soundtrack, while not being particularly memorable, does help to set a light and relaxing tone to Nimbus. In the game, you have to make your way through levels by getting your ship to the end goal, with each level having its own puzzles and challenges in your way. To take them on, you have basic controls that you can use to move and slow down. But what helps to make this game is the feeling of momentum as your ship speeds up or slows down. You see, your ship doesn't have its own propulsion system, which I'm sure is just an oversight from the mechanical ship engineers, but either way it means it's always falling towards the ground. This means that the levels are often about navigating obstacles with your limited momentum to make it to the next speed boost or cannon launcher. This mostly feels great and it works really well thanks to the good level design that's creative enough to get the most out of the game's simple mechanisms. This is especially true because many of the levels were tailored to require a big build-up of speed to reach the next location, or to use slower, more accurate movements to make your way around different obstacles, which ekes out the most of your momentum. I often found it quite satisfying to just about reach the next location with careful conservation of that momentum. Throughout the game you can also find coins to collect, which usually require you to do a bit of extra work within the level. Collecting these will unlock some nice cosmetic ships and trails which feel like a cool reward for the extra effort. You can also compete for the best times in each level on the leaderboards, which may add a bit more replayability for those with a more competitive streak. As you progress through Nimbus, more systems are added into the mix to try and keep the gameplay fresh, which I found was always welcome as they gave the level design a few more tools to play with. While I think the game did the very best with what it had, part of me wonders what if it had just a bit more to it. This is because Nimbus doesn't particularly do much wrong, but because in my opinion there's not too much depth to the core mechanics of Nimbus, I did start to lose interest in it and I'd felt like I'd had my fill of it after a couple of hours. In conclusion, Nimbus is a straightforward but fun pick up and play game that really shows what good level design can do for otherwise simple mechanics. I'm going to give this game a rating of 7 out of 10. I hope you enjoyed this review. If you have any thoughts on Nimbus or ideas or feedback for these reviews that you would like to give me, please let me know down in the comments and subscribe if you'd like to see more. Thank you very much for watching and I hope you all have a wonderful day.